Hey designers, it's me Jan, and this chapter is the first part of UX design principles. UX design is a creative industry where you should always search for innovative techniques and solutions, but there are few principles you should know before starting. Principles are like guidelines which you should have in your mind during the whole design process. If you align your thinking with those principles, they will lead your design process to creation of easy to understand and easy to use products. This module will be still a little bit theoretical, but I have some practical examples to show you how to apply this theory to practice easily. So let's get started. You as a UX designer should keep in your mind the most important task of this profession. It's problem solving. The usability of the product refers exactly to this ability. Easily, it's how a user can accomplish a given task or a goal with your product. It's a very important indicator which we will measure also during the testing activities of your designs. Great usability is achieved by following 5 aspects. The first one is learnability. This aspect refers to how quickly are users able to understand the basic functions of an interface and how quickly they are able to understand the structure of the product. The better the learnability is, the less training and time to understand the platform is required. Then there is an efficiency, which refers directly to usability testing, where we will measure how fast are users during the completion of particular tasks. After we answer the question how quickly are users able to remember the functionality and structure of the interface, the answer refers to the memorability of your design. Usability also means errors in the interface. Are there any errors? What errors do users make? How easily can users understand and rebound from those errors? All those questions you should ask yourself during the prototyping phase. And the last aspect of usability is user satisfaction. How do users report satisfaction with the digital product afterward? I mean, after using your product, ask them and try to learn from their feedback. Those were 5 aspects of the usability of a product. Usability is more like an overall feeling from using the particular interface, so it's quite difficult to demonstrate bad and good usability, but we can take a look at the following case which has a big impact on the usability of a product. Let's take a look on the following mobile screens. On the first look, they look really similar. Just to give you a little bit of context, it's a random home screen from the app of a store with clothes and shoes. The problem is the navigation. If we take a look a little bit closer, we recognize that in the screen A, there are more than 7 items in the bottom navigation. In screen B, there are just 4 navigation items. If you are wondering that B provides better usability than A, you are absolutely right. Having too many items and even items that are very similar, like we can see home and those 4 dots, provide not great usability because users have too many options in the decision process and then they are just not sure where to click, or in this case tap, to complete some of their goals. The second design principle is hierarchy. In UX design theory, we understand the hierarchy in 2 basic ways. First one is a visual hierarchy, which you will achieve with the right typography, font size, line height, and colors usage or alignment. The key factor is the importance of particular elements in the interface. Again, we can take a look at the following examples. The classical example demonstrating visual hierarchy is typography. As we can see, both options show a short article about Prague. In the first picture, there is no scale of the typography. The heading has the same font size and color as the body text. On the other hand, example B uses visual hierarchy to prove better readability and overall user experience of the article. We can see that headings are bigger than body text, and also spacing is a little bit different in comparison with the example A. Let's take a look at another example. This screen is maybe a little bit familiar for you because it's the sign-in screen of this platform. Let's focus on the highlighted part. We can see 3 buttons there and 3 different visual presentation. The first one, login, has the highest importance, so it's big and bold with the primary color. Users will use this button most frequently. The second one is a create account button, which has still high priority, so it's in the primary color, but it's limited only to the text. The last one is reset password. This one has the lowest priority, so we use just white as it doesn't bring that attention as the previous buttons. What I want to say with those examples is that if you identify the importance of the content, you can differ the visualization. The second meaning of hierarchy refers to the information architecture, which basically means navigation of an interface or how a product is structured. To show structure of an interface, designers use sitemaps, which represent pages and their connection. In the following picture, we can see a really simple sitemap of some random website. It would be probably some company offering their products, having their own blog with articles, and in About Us page we can expect something about company culture and also contact. For now, sitemaps are not that important. We will create more complex sitemaps in the practical part of this course. For now, it's important to know that we can understand the hierarchy in two ways: visual hierarchy and hierarchy as a structure of the whole interface represented by a sitemap. Designers value users' time as well as their own time spent on the design of an interface because it might mean additional costs to your clients or a company. I'm talking about it because in this part we will talk about consistency and repetition. Repetition and consistency is not boring. It creates concepts in the user's mind, improves understanding and learnability of your product. Also, it could capture the user's attention. In the UX design field, this principle is represented by design system. Lots of companies create their own design systems, moreover, they share them publicly. A design system is a practical collection of best practices, principles and rules, usually about particular UI elements and patterns, creating the whole interface of a digital product. One of the most famous design systems is Material.io from Google. So definitely check, you can learn lots of things from this design system. As you can see, there is a list of components, so if we take a look at, for example, buttons, we can see some useful rules, specifications and other tips on usage of the component. This is just one of the tons of great design system. You can also check Fluent Design by Microsoft, Mailchimp design system or Carbon design system and get inspiration. Overall, the main idea of creating a design system is reusing components and principles across the whole system. Usually components in design system also include codes for developers for faster design implementation. I believe that this is all for this chapter, so we should briefly repeat what we have learned. The first principle is the usability, which we understand as the ability of a user to complete a given task or a goal with your product. Then we have talked about visual hierarchy, determining the importance of particular design elements, and also information hierarchy represented with sitemaps. The last principle of this module is consistency and repetition, where we use design system to improve the learnability of systems and make the design process more effective. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to complete the quiz and see you soon.